Welcome everybody, thank you for tuning in today. We've got a fun video. We are here with Nathan Shutter of GTechniq. Most people aren't keeping their bikes for 9 years, right?
That's a question for you, man. I'm not sure. I mean, knowing how much some of them are, I personally would, but you know.
Yeah, GTechniq's been an industry leader in the surface protection area of automobiles and marine for over 2 decades, and just kind of started to get into this bike world and never really realized the need for something like this. But you know, anytime you have a surface, it takes a lot of wear and tear. If you can find ways to protect it, you have an investment in these bikes, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, a big investment. So we've come up with different technologies, different ways. We're very science-based.
No, everyone's familiar with a wax or a sealant. Generally, it's applied on top of the clear coat and it stays on top. Ceramic coat, it's actually chemically bonding to the substrate that you put it on.
All right, so Nathan, we heard a little bit about the bike line. Tell us what you guys are going to be offering and I guess the basis for how you guys came out with the bike products.
Yeah, a lot goes into the whole bike process, right? You know, so first thing you want to do is clean the bike, right? You want a nice clean bike, so we have a couple of different options of that. We have our bike wash and pH neutral soap that's very friendly to any surface, any bike surface, so really easy to clean, does a great job. Again, tested and tested and tested and tested to have the best of the best when it comes to this. You think a soap is just a soap, it really isn't. You know, a lot more goes into it. You know, this is a very quality product. It's really important before you do a ceramic to get the bike clean. You know, it needs to be clean, have a clean surface, so very important aspect of prepping it, right? Then we have the bike clean concentrate, just a little bit different kind of process. You obviously take a little bit, mix it with water, you know, it goes a long way. So it lasts a while, but does a great job at the end of the day of getting it clean and again, prepping the surface. That's what it's all about, is that preparation. We also have our drivetrain degreaser. So as a novice bicycler, being that I have a Huffy at home, you know, I know that the drivetrain is very important and the degreasing aspect, which is something I'm not real familiar with. Right. But I know that it is a crucial aspect of keeping your bike clean and the performance of it at the end of the day.
Yeah, and so I imagine some of these products are carryovers from the auto industry and your auto products. Obviously some might be tuned or formulated slightly differently, but you're not really using that degreaser in your car application.
No, not really. We do have some degreasing, but this is completely different. This is formulated specifically for bicycles. That's it. You don't want to use this on your car. We have other products for your car that work just great. So then you have a lot of other issues. Tri-Clean, this is a BioCoat protected. Okay. So, you know, you get a little bit of mold or mildew and stuff like that. If you don't clean it right away, a little bit water action happens. So this prevents that from happening. You know, if your seat, really any surface it can be used on. I like using this stuff in my house.
Really?
4 kids, a lot of messes. This stuff does amazing and it smells good too. Okay. But protecting your surfaces from bacteria. Okay. So that's kind of the key right here. So
that can be used on gear, knee pads, helmets, that
absolutely.
Kind of stuff as well.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so that kind of stuff that you need, yes, it can be used for that.
And so obviously you're talking about preparation. We're going towards
getting there.
The ceramic coat. And I know that's kind of the big thing, right? That's what the guys are working on, the car inside. That's the culmination of product. But a lot of this stuff can just be used as regular maintaining bike washes.
And we encourage that. You know, the science that goes behind all of this with the ceramics, the chemicals, all of this stuff, it all works together. It's been tested on our ceramic coatings, you know, our sealants to make sure that it works properly. You want them all working in unison together. So yes, it's very important if you do have a ceramic coating put on the bicycle that it's not a set it and forget it type thing. You know, there's still some maintenance that needs to go into it. You can't just leave it be. You know, you have to wash it, you have to take care of it, but it just makes it easier. That's the thing with the ceramic coating, it just makes the cleaning process easier. You come back from a long day, you got a muddy bike, you know, it's a lot easier to get that thing clean with the ceramic coating. But, you know, still doing your essential maintenance is crucial to the overall, you know, health of the bike, I guess, at the end of the day.
Okay. You've got, I guess, a couple of products.
Yeah, a couple of different things here. So first of all, we have the ceramic quick coat. This is an easy application. You take a microfiber towel, you squirt it on there, it has a sprayer head, you spray it on there, you wipe it down, you take another clean microfiber towel and buff it right off. Just wipe it off. Wipe on, wipe off. This gives you about 6 months protection. Very easy to apply. Not that the regular ceramic isn't easy, but this is super easy. Okay. It is literally spray, wipe, take a second MF1 microfiber towel, and then wipe off.
Okay.
And this gives you about 6 months protection. It's also good for a topper. If you have done the full ceramic coating, this is still good to do every couple of months or so, just to kind of keep that extra layer of protection. This will give you 2 years, this gives you 6 months. But again, you go through the trouble of washing the bike, going through all the process, you put a little ceramic quick coat on there, it gives that extra little bit of protection on there.
Okay, and now if someone is, the bike ceramic is its own kit, correct?
Yes, correct.
And then you sell a separate bike kit, or how are people able to purchase this product? Is it individual or only through kits?
So no, you can do it a la carte. The bike ceramic kit itself, it comes in this nice box.
Yep.
It has this very small, 15 milliliters of product, which people think this is it. Yes, it goes a long way. We can do a full size Escalade with 50 milliliters and have some left over. So 15 milliliters goes a long way. It can be used on any of the surfaces of the bike. It's safe for it. Obviously, it's going to do better on the metal aspects of the bike. It's going to adhere a little bit better, but you can use it on the seat, handlebars, plastic pieces, rubber pieces. But the whole kit comes with the actual ceramic bottle,
okay,
and then some applicators and some instructions to show you how to apply it at the end of the day. And then
now,
we have the total, what you're referring to is the big kit,
right,
that basically has all of this stuff in one box. So you can buy it as one or a la carte, so you can get each individual piece.
We just got done doing the Levo. 15 milliliters is what the serving, or I should say what the kit comes with. And you can see, I don't even think we used 25% of that. So while you do have to throw away that little applicator pad because it will harden up after you use it, GTechniq sells these so you can get more of them, but as long as this is clear and liquid, you can reuse it. 20 minutes, the bike looks a lot better than it did, and this bike was pretty new actually. It's only had about a week's worth of riding on it, and it definitely has a richer, more vibrant tone, and it was a matte finish, but it has just a little bit more sheen. And I'm not a scientist, but my guess is that's because that ceramic coat, just that little bit of shine is gonna mean things aren't gonna stick to it nearly as well. So I'm very excited about that. However, I was told I have to wait 12 hours before it comes in contact with water, and they suggest about a week cure time before we get this thing out in some real mud.
You said the bike line, it's a little bit different. In all reality, it's pretty much the exact same. Application is going to be the exact same. The one that we installed on your beautiful Escalade, it takes a little bit more effort. It's the reason why it's our professional line of coating. But in all reality, application is pretty much almost the same.
Okay. Now, what is a ceramic coat good for? Like whether it's on a car or on a mountain bike, what are the elements that it is adding to your product?
So because it's chemically bonding to the surface, it is becoming the new surface. That new surface is going to be stronger, so a little bit more scratch resistance. You get the UV protection, so no more fading, no more hazing, and then obviously the hydrophobic, so how easy is it to clean? All the water and dirt's gonna come off very easily, and the surface in return becomes very smooth.
Okay, and something that a lot of riders, including this bike, do for added protection, mostly from abrasion, paint protection, damage, when shuttling, like having brake levers rub, is people add these kind of protective films on high wear areas.
Absolutely.
Obviously, the ceramic coating isn't going to protect the bike from those kinds of scratches, but if someone already has that type of film down, you can apply that ceramic coat directly over the top of that. It's not going to affect the wrap, and will still even give more protection over that.
Absolutely, yeah. So what's the point of protecting a wrap that's protecting something?
Right.
Wrap is, especially paint protection film, it's porous, it easily oxidizes. I'm sure everyone has seen yellowed wrap. That it's very common. So that's generally due to heat and UV, and our coating, for the most part, will stop that completely.
Okay, so it's friendly to go over wrap. You're gonna get UV protection, shedding dirt, mud, water,
Absolutely.
Ease of wiping after, are all gonna be kind of the added benefits.
And and the abrasion resistance, you do have a little bit, is it going to scratch? Absolutely. Would it scratch as much as if the coating wasn't on there?
Okay. And I will say, just from, you know, we just finished applying the ceramic coat to this Levo. You know, we've just completed our 12 hours of cure time, so we haven't tested it yet. That's coming, so stay tuned. But the change in the tone and the richness and even the finish of this bike really amplified the bike, right? I mean, much like it did to the car.
It's ridiculous.
Why does that happen?
Yeah, I mean, the ceramic technology, when it's bonding, naturally it's going to amplify what it goes on. So yes, it is a matte finish bike, but as you can see, it's still matte finish. It's just a deeper red, a deeper maroon. It might look a little bit like a semi-gloss on camera, but I mean, it's still a matte finish.
So that is a walkthrough of the GTechniq bike line. As you can see, the product line is extensive from both auto, marine, and bike space now. We're really excited to have this stuff on our bikes as well as vehicles. We are going to be working hard to find mud puddles to be putting these bikes through. We're going to coat a couple of different bikes in halves. We're going to just try to do as many unique and creative things as we can to really get some A to B comparisons on how this stuff works, both in repelling water, mud, and debris, and also in terms of ease of cleaning and use after the fact. So, which reminds me, actually, one thing I didn't ask, which we talked about earlier, is people who want to preserve and keep their bikes clean, right? Not everyone has a brand new bike. This will go on a used bike that has been dirty. You just got to wash it and prep it. And for the people who have frame protective decals or wraps on their bikes, this ceramic coat will go over the top of that just fine and still offer protection.
Absolutely, yeah. We see that a lot nowadays in the auto industry. The PPF has become very large, so yeah, we're very used to that, and it's very friendly with that in the bike world as well.
Okay. All right, so we'd like to thank GTechniq and their crew once again for coming out. We are very excited to be putting these bikes through the test with these awesome ceramic coat products. So make sure you guys stay tuned and keep an eye out for that review. Nathan, thanks again to you and the crew, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Have some fun.
All right.